of us here think about others? Very few of us, we think about ourselves. If I can support my children, I don't mind about the others. But Ona had that. Until his death, some of us miss him on TV. Because I used to watch every time there was that talk show at the night, I'll sit and watch Ona. But he was very liberal in his talk. Yes. You never knew whether he was for NRM or he was for FDC. Yes. He was there talking. And even if we knew he was NRM, but he brings in a very liberal way of debating. Yes. He was not an arrogant man. We have lost a man. And I want to say, Christians here, it's not about the years you live on earth, but what impact do you do to society? In the shortest time of a few years, you find that this man was able to do a lot. You will see him doing many things in a very short time. When he left Nine Brothers, first thing he did was also to write his book. And that book, when he wrote it, I want to encourage people to buy that book. Because he gives you his life, how he started from the simple boy until where he reached. Ona never had any pride in himself that was this big man. You don't see him as a simple man. I remember one time we met at a burial in Palisa with the sister. You know, he used to love walking with the sisters. Sometimes I used to think that Madame was not even there. The in-laws were overtaking their brother. Everywhere they are moving with him. Our sister from fisheries or whatever. So we're mourning this reverend. And then they came. Then somebody said, they announced them as relatives. They said, but when I thought it was from where? So when the wife says he was looking for relatives, really, he went to more than, I will sit at the very behind corner there. And then when he's introduced, is when you know that Ona was in the meeting. He was not this person who was pompous. I want to confirm here that Ona was one person who liked Ateker. He liked it so much. I witnessed this because I'm a minister of gender. When he had all the chaos which were happening in teso and which are still there, some of them are still in court, Ona was part of those people who was moving this agenda. Say he wanted unity in diversity. He never believed in dividing people along tribal lines, along religious lines. Oh, because you have come from here. You know, in teso here we have Boreleba, right in Usukoitin, Muriatonin, Ikuma Maitin, members. We shall never grow. When we think about being a Teso or Ekuma, my headmaster there, Egulu. But if I have my meat to sell, I cannot only sell to the Kumam. I have to sell to people outside there. So we need to begin thinking beyond our eyes. Ona was a man who was not corruptible. I have never had any scandal. This was Mr. Clean. We clap for him. For us politicians these days, when you are given an assignment, everybody has the looker. Before we discuss the contract. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to talk about it because I'm in the system. Yes. When the road is going on, a gorofa is going somewhere. Ona was a man that everybody looked to. First of all, his height alone. When he entered, he couldn't dodge that man. This man was a leader, a corporate director in 9 breweries. He leaves the breweries and they call him back to be a chairperson. Isn't that trust? People would have said, we are tired of this one, let him go. But the 9 brothers come back as a chair. Some of us, when government was giving that award to this lady of Ethiopia to take that fruit factory, to renovate it, I don't know whether to make it more active. And we had on our leadership. We all had the hopes that the fruit factory was coming now to serve to test. I don't know what's happening. I don't know, I can't tell you like a banging. No, this color came before. Okay, I'm yellow, Danny. So what I was trying to say, I was just trying to say that we don't have the leadership of the fruit factory. We had all the high hopes that factory was going to deliver to teso. Now you remember putting Muchuga Ekotai or Bosata. So we thought this time this factory was coming back to serve people. And with that man in the board, I think something was coming. Because I was not a person with twisting idea, even if you are a leader. He was a person who was straight and he will tell you his mind, hate him, like him. That was the man. The family, I know we have lost as Uganda, we have lost as the honorable members of parliament, because some of us looked at him for guidance. You know, one time he brought unpopular thing into parliament and people didn't like him because they say when you're a minister, you should not be a member of what? Parliament. And that thing is true, that he might not work very well. I am both a minister, I'm also a member of Parliament. I don't even have time to meet my constituents because all the time I'm working in the government to do the work of government. And people say, why is he spoiling this thing? I need to get the 200 million of a car here, then I need to get a car from government of Uganda. One person.
2 cars.
Yeah, there will be 2 cars, of course, because now the other one fueled by government. And then parliament is also fueling a car, which is like air. You know? So that one person, those are resources wasted. So his mind was thinking about a saving.
Yes.
But people misunderstood him. They say, maybe because he's not a minister, that's why he's talking. But he said, no, this is like wastage. And that debate was there. It's on the hand side of parliament of what? Of Uganda. But we were still wondering whether we can achieve that, or we still want to sit and say, okay, we can do both. Because when you pick a member of parliament like Kenya, you come as a minister. When your term ends, if the government does not want you, if it's overthrown, you go with your government. But a member of parliament is elected by the what? The people. So this was the arguments of who? Of honor. I remember vividly that debate. But of course, it didn't go through.
Right.
As I conclude, I also want to recognize another 2 members. Honorable Oseko Palisa, I hadn't seen you. You said stand up. That is my chairman of Bukeli. You know, I also belong to Bukeli by association.